Wow.
You know what this is. So squishy. A huge skin. Esto es de serpente?
Anaconda.
Anaconda.
Never thought this morning that I would be petting an anaconda.
If you think you've seen it all, the Amazon jungle will prove you wrong. It's the most mind-bending place we've ever been.
Apparently I ordered crocodile without knowing. First piece of crocodile.
I used to picture the Amazon as just endless trees and a massive river teeming with piranhas, but it's so much more. From chaotic markets selling jungle meat to thrilling wildlife encounters. From swimming with piranhas to meeting indigenous tribes, in this video we're taking you along for 5 unforgettable days in the Peruvian Amazon jungle. This morning we're visiting the Belén market, which is the largest market in all of the Amazon and also one of the strangest markets we have ever been to. The Belén market is known for selling jungle meats like caiman, turtles, piranhas and even monkeys, not as trophies but for human consumption. The Belén market is located in the city of Iquitos, the largest city in the world without road access, surrounded entirely by the Amazon River and dense jungle. We flew in yesterday on a flight from Lima.
That is the head of a viper or something. It looks like a very venomous snake.
Oh my god.
What is this? This is the medicinal section of the market. This is where they have all these homemade potions, concoctions, different kinds of herbs. It is really interesting.
Aloe vera, a big horn of some sort of exotic animal. So we were at this little stall where they told us that they have a really big crocodile head somewhere here on the market. And this lady is going to take us there.
Oh wow!
Oh, muy grande. Wow.
Wow. Look at this. This is crazy, the things you find here in this market.
Let's hope we don't find this guy's mom tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Es como puma? Oh, wow. ¿Y esto aquí es de la selva aquí?
Ajá, sí, de acá.
Muy impresionante. ¿Y cómo atrapas eso?
Son las personas que viven en la selva, ellos comen la carne de esto.
Sí, aquí.
Okay. La carne.
¿Con eso es para vender o solo para guardar?
No, les vendo cuando alguien quiere.
Ah, sí, sí, sí. Ah. ¿Cuántos metros es? ¿Cómo?
Eso será como 4 metros o 5 metros.
Okay. ¿Y eso es normal en la
Este es de
selva?
8 ya. ¿Ah? Eso normalmente no hay por acá cerca, es más a la selva. Fondo,
No es aquí en el barrio.
No, más a la selva.
I thought we came prepared. What I'm seeing here is just blowing my mind.
¿Esto es de serpente?
Anaconda.
Anaconda. Ok, muy grande.
¿Qué haces con eso?
Carteras, bolsos, collares, pulseras, billeteras. ¿Viciados?
Sí.
Homemade cigarettes, lots of them. No doubt artisanal and organic. Here they're just drying tobacco right on the street here, next to the food trucks and everything. ¿Cuántos de eso haces en un día?
1000. Bienvenido.
Sí, gracias. Estamos aquí en Iquitos de allá.
Tomorrow we're heading deeper into the Amazon on a boat tour, going to a jungle lodge, spotting wildlife. But today we want to see a little bit more of this market and have a typical Amazonian breakfast. So this is the biggest market in the Amazon. We're right on the Amazon River, and that also means that in the fish section, in the meat section, you can find all sorts of animals that are from the Amazon River. There's so many different kinds of fish here that I have never even seen. They say that the Belén market is not for the faint of heart. And while we were looking for something to have for breakfast, we learned why. In Iquitos, people live off what the jungle provides, and we decided to let the Amazon surprise us.
Alright, I just sat down at this stall where they're selling fish and some other types of meat. I asked them what was the best and to give me that. I don't know what I'm getting, so there's a bunch of different things on the grill here. Gracias. ¿Y cómo se llama esto?
Lagarto.
Lagarto. ¿Es cocodrilo?
Cocodrilo.
Apparently I ordered crocodile without knowing. First piece of crocodile. Actually quite good. Almost tastes a little bit like chicken or pork. They smoke from the barbecue. It's not dry at all. It's quite succulent on the inside. Es muy rico. Gracias. Gracias por el consejo.
The stall right next to the crocodile had this. You know what this is. Here they just grill up maggots. And as you can see, that one is still moving a little bit. And I feel like I have to, oh my god. It's gonna be so squishy. A little bit firm. That's good. But it is good.
It's actually quite good. It's crunchy. It's a bit gooey on the inside, but it's actually good.
Until you remember what it is, though.
Yeah, and then you talk, ugh. I read that this market is pretty crazy, and we've traveled a lot, so I thought, I mean, it's a market, how bad can it be? But this market is really crazy. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Now, if you're a bit put off by the food we just had, don't worry. There's plenty of normal food in the Amazon as well. Lots of it coming right from the river. So this is jungle ceviche. There's 300 different types of fish in the Amazon River. I don't know which one this is, and maybe I don't want to know. Tasty fish. It's really good. Ceviche is like the national dish of Peru. It's raw fish marinated in lime. So it's got this tangy, limey flavor. It might be a little bit risky eating raw fish in the middle of the jungle in this heat, but it is so good. And there's a lot of people at that stall.
Ah, this is crazy. This is the lower part of the Bilen neighborhood.
Careful.
Oh, thank you. During the wet season, when the Amazon River rises, the river is like up to here. These people built their houses on stilts. This is not really a great neighborhood, so it's not where tourists usually go, but we decided to take a little look and even go down here. It's a vulture.
The side of the Amazon that I think you don't get to see if you're just here for a tour. So tomorrow we're obviously going into the jungle with like a boat, going wildlife viewing and all that stuff, swimming in the Amazon River. Like I just wanted to see this because this is how people live here.
Los batimentos altos.
Sí.
Sí. Cuando crece hay gente que anda botecitos vienen por ahí.
Ah, sí, los
Oh, wow.
Sí.
La agua es como...
Sí, acá vienen.
¿Acá?
Sí.
Wow.
¿Adentro también?
Adentro.
Oh.
Bien organizado.
¿Cuánto es? ¿Dos?
Dos, sí. Oh, frío y todo. Perfecto. Muchas gracias.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás?
¿Qué país? ¿Qué nacionalidad?
Bélgica.
Bélgica, don.
Bélgica, sí. Buenas.
¿Qué te parece, Iquitos?
Ah, es
Muy interesante, sí.
Sí.
No tenemos todo esto con el río y la calor.
Claro. Así se vive acá.
Sí.
No lo recomiendo por acá porque es muy peligroso.
Sí.
Es que cada país tiene sus zonas que son peligrosas, pues.
Sí,
No solamente Iquitos, nomás.
My only question is, what the heck is up with those cabinets?
So this is our beautiful room just for 2 nights. We have a jungle tour booked for 3 days. We're going to explore the Amazon, which I am super excited about.
The next morning, we took a taxi to Nanay, one of the ports around Iquitos and the gateway onto the Amazon River.
Este es el Amazonas, chicos, ¿ya?
Our tour guide gave us some info about the Amazon because yes, we are now officially on the mighty Amazon River.
Hay más corriente, hay más olas, ¿ya? The biggest part of the Amazon belongs to Brazil, ¿ya? But the beginning here in Peru. That's why the best part. That's why we say the best part. Okay? So here in the Amazon we can find more than 3,000 species of fish that we can know, but there are more, no? Every year, every month, they are discovering new species. The Amazon, the wet season, can reach over 30 kilometers of width, yeah? But the deep of the Amazon, it can reach over than 70 meters.
Our first stop inside the Amazon jungle. So excited. In Spanish they call this La Selva, the jungle.
Look at that, Kim. Look at how fancy the chickens are here.
For our first stop, our guide brought us to a small lake right off the Amazon River where you can see a lot of wildlife species that the Amazon is famous for. The Amazon is the world's largest rainforest and river system and the most biologically diverse place on Earth. There's thousands of animal species that call this jungle home. On our first stop, our guide showed us everything from crocodiles to perhaps the most famous animal in the Amazon, piranhas. And even a kind of dinosaur that lives deep inside these waters. This is a paiche, the largest fish in the Amazon River. This particular one is medium-sized, but these guys can literally weigh up to hundreds of pounds.
These fish are so impressive. They look like little dinosaurs, all little. They're the biggest fish in the Amazon. You can grow up to what, 3 meters?
3 meters, yeah.
These are about 2 meter-ish.
We just got out of the boat for a stop, and there's some wild monkeys here, as well as a man who is petting an anteater. Wow, look at that! Look at the snout! Incredible! It's so fluffy. Is it an anteater or a naik eater? Oh my goodness! Everything here just seems larger than life, like the river, the trees. Look at this. I feel like I'm in Jungle Book or something. Oh, I see Naik has made a friend over there. He was holding some fruit. It's insane how he just hops on. This is a woolly monkey, one of the many species of monkeys that live here in the Amazon. You can easily tell them apart because of its round head and thick fur. It may seem odd for a monkey living in the hot and humid Amazon jungle to have a thick fur coat, but it protects them against the sun, rain, and insect bites.
Not good. Just throws it away.
One of our goals for this trip is to see as much typical Amazon wildlife as possible before we go to our lodge later on for a jungle night walk and a swim with the piranhas.
Alright, we're just stopping now at the rescue center here in the Amazon. This is where they save the cute sloths, but also the less cute anacondas and some other species which you're gonna see.
Sometimes the police brings in animals that have been held in captivity illegally, or sometimes they come across animals that are just wounded or for whatever reason can't continue in the jungle.
A lot of them get smuggled here around as well, across the borders and everything. And then when the police catches them, they put them here. They try to release them, but sometimes they're already like too accustomed to living in captivity. It's not possible.
This is a sloth. His name is Flash.
The great thing about this wildlife center is that not only can you see some of the coolest animals in the Amazon way more up close than you would in the wild, like Flash here, you also get to learn from the people who live here, who clearly love the jungle and want to protect the many critters that live in it. And here's another one in the corner, just casually having some lunch. And where did you find this? Where does it come from?
Oh, yeah.
La razón por qué eso es aquí es porque la policía encontró...
Yes.
Sí, okay.
And the rescue, the black market. Okay? Yeah, the people domestic in the house is lot.
The reason this wall is here is because apparently this is the home of the anaconda. That is a big fat snake, and it just had some really big breakfast.
Chicos, cambia de piel cada 2 meses. ¿Ya? Change skins. Cada 2 meses.
Pequeña pieza.
Yes.
We can be very close to it because 2 days ago the anaconda was fed a whole chicken, and it takes about 7 days for it to digest it. You can see it's like already like in the middle of the snake. Probably it will take a bit more time to get through it, but a whole chicken. I never thought this morning that I would be petting an anaconda. This is a weird experience. It's so cool.
The anaconda is the heaviest, largest and longest snake in the Amazon. This one is about 3 meters or 10 feet long. But in the wild, the heaviest and longest anaconda ever recorded weighed a whopping 500 pounds, that's 227 kilograms, and measured 28 feet, that's almost 9 meters in length. So not as big as in that movie Anaconda, but more than big enough to swallow a deer whole. There are some seriously big monsters living in the Amazon River, and we're gonna swim in it later. But for now, let's first head to our jungle lodge for the night.
Cuidado aqui.
Okay, if the fashion police were to see this, I would get my ass arrested, but I don't think they hang out here, so let's go and get some food. This is our bed for the next 2 nights. We have a fan.
You're definitely in the middle of the jungle. It's a bit basic and rustic, but hey, this is the cheapest store we could find, you know?
There's no electricity right now, so I can't turn on the light for you guys, but it doesn't actually look this dodgy in real life. After a little bit of rest, it was time to explore the Amazon with some of the other guests at our lodge. The real, raw Amazon, on foot. No rescue centers, no boat trips, just wild jungle and everything that comes with that.
That's a big boy. You have to cross the river by walking on this tree trunk, and that's it. You don't have anything else. And it looks far and deep.
Wanna help?
No, I'm fine, okay.
Yeah?
I can do it, I need a minute. I'm nervous when I have to stand on something that's not very balanced.
I almost finished. Yeah. Oh, well done.
I was so nervous. It's hard to imagine, but the Amazon rainforest spans 8 countries in South America and represents an area twice the size of India, or about 28 times the size of the UK. It's estimated there could be nearly 400 billion trees standing in the Amazon. Walking around here, you can't help but feel in awe of nature. Sadly, every minute about 5 football pitches worth of Amazon rainforest is cut down. The locals here depend on this land, not just to live in, but also to grow their food. Like this, what our guide called jungle bananas.
We got to see the really life of the jungle people.
It's easy to forget when you're out here in the jungle on a sightseeing trip that the Amazon is home to over 30 million people from 350 different ethnic groups. Many of us in the West might picture Amazonian people living in thatched roof huts, dressed in straw skirts and traditional headdresses. We'll meet people like that tomorrow, but that's not the full picture. The villagers here wear modern clothes and have access to electricity, yet their way of life remains deeply rooted in the traditions passed down through generations in harmony with nature.
We are in the Amazon rainforest, visiting a traditional village. How cool is this?
Hola, buenas. Avocado in the tree. Avocado toast tomorrow?
Avocado toast from the tree.
On our way back from the village, our guide took us into the jungle to see if we could spot some cool nighttime critters.
That ant can kill a cow.
Oh God.
It can kill a cow. Okay.
Yes.
I don't need to be disclosed then.
Yeah.
Can grow 8 centimeters.
Wow.
8.
I think in the local dialect they call this one angry tree.
So it's now past 6 p.m., which means we can turn on for a few hours the lights.
Let there be light.
And we can charge some stuff only for a couple hours, so we're gonna make good use of that. Sir, what are you doing? This is our room. You are not welcome in here. You're weird. Whoa.
Somewhere there he said.
Great dolphin.
Is there grey dolphins?
Great dolphin.
Hola, buenos días. Buenas. We took a boat ride deeper into the Amazon to visit a family that would show us the traditional ways of the Amazon people, preserving the lifestyle that once defined all the people here before modern influences arrived. They showed us how to hunt with a blowpipe and darts, the way their ancestors also did. Being here, you could feel that life in the Amazon is quite different from ours in many ways. But as people, we share the same love and respect for nature, for animals, and for life. Ooh. Very impressive.
Take a swim in the Amazon River. It's gonna be so cool. I hope it's gonna be cool.
You do know about the piranhas, right? It turns out that maybe in the Amazon, the main concern is not piranhas, but the mud. Piranhas have a terrible reputation, but they don't attack humans. They're scavengers, not hunters. The mud, on the other hand, will go after anyone it can get. It looks so comfortable. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to actually live here in the Amazon jungle, like on the Amazon River. It's just crazy to think like life has to be so different here, much more simple. I guess in some ways it would be better, and in some ways it would be not as good as what we have in our modern world. But I really like seeing this part of Peru, like this part of the world. Is just crazy to think that there are still people here, tribes here, that live like in a very basic way, that even live like uncontacted in certain parts of the Amazon rainforest without ever having met a human from outside of their village, without any access to technology, without even knowing it exists.
Muddy.
Was it warm? Cold?
Very close to the side was warm. If you go a little bit deeper, it's quite cold actually. Very refreshing though, I mean, mud bath in the Amazon. It's probably like organic too and everything. Alright, now it's time for probably what's one of my favorite activities in the whole world. We're gonna go fishing on the Amazon River, which I'm really excited about. There's actually more different species of fish in the Amazon River than there is in the Atlantic Ocean, so who knows what we'll catch.
I give you this big fish.
It's a little bit different from my rods, but when in Rome.
The chicken skin. Convencional.
Chicken skin.
Yeah. Just a piece. Like this. Okay.
Let's try this. Oh my god, you can feel something tapping it right away. Yes, take it. No. No, not like this, no. No fish. They're smart.
Yeah, so far the fish are outsmarting us.
Oh, you have one? Careful with your fingers if it's a piranha. What kind of fish is it actually? Is it like sardine or mojarra? Okay. Oh, Nick! Oh!
Caught a fish. It was this big. No problem. We're stuck.
The next morning, we made our way back by boat to the urban jungle of Iquitos. We hopped on a tuk-tuk to get to the airport, but in the middle of the crazy traffic, our tuk-tuk broke down and we had to get out. Fortunately, an alternative tuk-tuk is never far away in a place like this.
That was it for our visit to the Amazon. It was super epic. Highly recommend coming here. We're now flying back to Lima. Our flight is boarding right now. We will see you back in Lima. After that, we're going to do a road trip across Peru, going to Machu Picchu, some of the best places to visit in Peru, so tune in for that one.